This is Human Services 460 Research Methods, and my name is Carlos Ortiz.
My name is Tejeda.
I'm Vannessa, Guillen. Bad eating habits are very hard to avoid and even harder to overcome. We are in this trend of poor eating habits that is not only contributing to the decline in health of adults, but has also affected the health of children as well. The purpose of the study is to investigate whether stress leads to poor eating habits. People usually change their eating behaviors when they perceive themselves to be stressed or are under persistent external, interpersonal, financial, or other strains. Although approximately 20% of people do not change feeding behaviors during stressful periods, the majority do. Around 40% or more increase and 40% or less decrease caloric intake when stressed.
Understanding the relationship between stress, self-efficacy, and food choice in young adulthood may have implications for preventing negative health outcomes later in life that stem from poor eating habits. It is very crucial to understand the relationship between stress and poor eating habits in order to reduce the negative impact they have on our health and the health of our future children. If precautionary measures are taken today, we may be able to contribute to the longevity of human civilization. If stress significantly increases food consumption, then we will see more eating disorders or diseases arise. Saminsky, Spencer, and Frank state stress causes or contributes to a huge variety of diseases and disorders. Recent evidence suggests obesity and other eating-related disorders may be among those immediately experienced after a stressful event.
Our hypothesis is stress leads to eating habits. The independent variable is stress, and the dependent variable is poor eating habits. The research design was an online survey. The variables were measured by asking the following questions. For our independent variables, stress, we asked the students in our class to rate stress on a scale of 1 through 5. And for our dependent variable, poor eating habits, we asked the following question. How many times do you eat fast food during the week?
In order to test our hypothesis, we decided to perform a correlation test. The correlation test is used to measure the relationship between two variables. In our case, those two variables are our independent variable is school stress and our dependent variable is fast food consumption. Once we perform our correlation test, we got our results. Our results showed a Pearson correlation of negative 1.31. In order for a relationship to be strong, the Pearson correlation needs to be at least at a 0.5. And anywhere between 0 to 1 shows positive correlation, and 0 to negative 1 shows a negative correlation. But in order for the correlation to be strong, it needs to be above 0.5. In our case, our correlation is at negative 0.131, which is low compared to being at 0.5. So based on our correlation test and our scatter plot, as you can see, the scatter plot shows no correlation whatsoever. Like from going between school stress at level 1 to at level 5, there's no increment or decrease. It's all just pretty much stable. It just varies on the person. So this proves to us that there was no correlation or relationship whatsoever between school stress and fast food consumption.
The demographics that were analyzed were gender, age, and the participants' overall GPA. Some of the statistics that were presented in this study included 33 participants, of which 24 were female and only 9 were male. The age of the participants ranged from 21 to 58, with 24 being the most common. The GPA of the participants ranged from 0 to 4.0, with 3.5 being the most common. The dependent variable is fast food, and the mean we found was students on average ate 2.67 fast food meals per week. The median of eating fast food per week was 3 days, and the mode was 1. The independent variable is school stress, and the mean we found was 2.52. The median was 2, which means students agree. School is stressful. The mode was 1 as well. This is the correlation test and scatter plot. The correlation test revealed that our variables, stress from school and fast food consumption, is not significantly related. It is negatively correlated at negative 0.131. Therefore, since it is greater than negative 0.05, it lands in the area of no correlation. Our point of significance lies outside the margin of less than 0.05. Ours is greater than 0.05, which shows that our correlation is not strong. As school stress levels increase, the consumption of fast food did not. Therefore, our results do not support past research. The independent variable, stress from school, does not affect the dependent variable, fast food consumption. The study and results can contribute to understanding the false notion that stress at school causes students to eat more fast food. The strength of the study is that the participants were students enrolled in an intersession course, which is a shorter semester course. This would in turn place more stress on the participants and contribute greatly to the controlled aspect of the study. The limitations of the study are that the sample size was too small to represent a larger population. The participants were also exclusive to one department or major, so the study was not representative of the other majors at Cal State University Dominguez Hills.
In conclusion, our results showed no relationship in our hypothesis. The correlation test showed us that school stress does not cause bad eating habits. Even though our results came out negative, there was no relationship between our variables, I still believe there are some things that a school can do to inform policy programs or even interventions that could help deplete the levels of stress for a student, especially for those students that work full-time and attend school full-time. The school could add some more like sports activities, have sports activities, more physical activity programs related, like have courses that implement like yoga, or have like those 45-minute courses that help the students have some type of physical activity, like a kickboxing course, a yoga course, boxing course, just any course in general that would just help the students move more and help them relieve some of that stress. Also, food options at school are not the greatest thing. There's vending machines almost in a lot of spots, but these vending machines do not contain a lot of healthy food options. Maybe we could get more healthy food options out there. Also, the school can also look into looking into seeing what other schools do to help their students alleviate some of that stress, and then bring some of those methods the other schools use into our school. As for the future though, let's say we conduct this research one more time. I feel like this time we were limited to what we could have done. Reason being is because our sample size wasn't what we wanted it to be. We probably could have had like a bigger sample size in the future. Also the questions. We relied on 2 questions to get all our information. I believe that just relying on 2 questions to gain all the information we needed to prove this hypothesis, we can't get that off 2 questions. So it's our future. We will probably just conduct with a bigger sample size and use a variety of questions to gain more information, or gather more information for us to perform more accurate research. Thank you.